Okay, we're given this reciprocal function right here, which if you graph it, you get something that looks like this. And if you plot the point 2, f of 2, you get something like that. And then if you have a little h that goes out to the right, you might have another point there. And we're actually calculating the slope of that secant line when we say find the average rate of change. It's the change in y over the change in x. So f of 2 plus h minus f of 2, that's the change in y. And 2 plus h minus 2 is the change in x. And if we substitute these values into the function, we get something like this. 1 over, here's the 2 plus h that we put in for the x, plus 5, minus, put 2 in for x, and we get 1/7. And of course, this 2 plus h plus 5 becomes 7 plus h. And in the denominator, 2 plus h minus 2 is just an h. Now the question is, how should we simplify that? Well, this is a complex fraction. The easiest way to simplify it is to multiply numerator and denominator of the big fraction by the LCD of all the little denominators. So these are the little denominators here, 7 and 7 plus h. So that's what we're going to multiply by. When we take this LCD times this first fraction, the 7 plus h's cancel out, and the factor of 7 remains. And 7 times 1 gives me a 7 for the first term. When I take the 7 times 7 plus h times the 1 over 7, the 7's cancel out, and I get minus the factor that remains, 7 plus h. And in the denominator, I'll just get h times 7 times the quantity 7 plus h. When I remove these parentheses, you get minus h. And these h's cancel out. So we get minus 1 over, and if you go ahead and distribute that 7h plus 49. Okay, that's an expression for the average rate of change as x changes from 2 to 2 plus h. Okay, and eventually you're going to call this a difference quotient. And you'll be doing it with the letter x instead of the number 2. But for now, that's your answer right there. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.